you feel that load. So is that what you would want?
Okay, I mean, like, if you're saying, like, would I take the alien dick? If I took the alien dick,
You guys are doing this on
it.
purpose. You're doing this on purpose. I'm catching on to you. All right, guys. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and do our character intros. We'll start from the top down. And since Shipwreck was unable to join us, we will. And I'm sure she's fine. She's fine, everybody. She'll be here next time. Which, by the way, there's no session next week because I'm going to be at TwitchCon. So our next session is going to be a week after next, and hopefully it'll be a long one if we can get it, since we did a long session last time because we missed last month's long session, and now we're missing the end of the month long session this time too because of travel.
Schedules are hard.
Schedules are hard. You know, when you have 5 busy adults and you bring them together, it's difficult to work it out, but we make it work.
I'm busy now. When did this happen?
I mean,
I have no life, so yeah.
Well, I got something for you to do. May, why don't you introduce your character, Ophala?
I'm too busy, I'm sorry.
Goddamn millennials.
Okay, so my character is Ophala, and she is a tiefling bard, and she's kind of a chill person, but she's got a bit of an attitude, and she can't help but, like, argue back with people. It's one of her kind of big flaws. She gets into a lot of trouble.
All right. Yes, she does. She also gets into a lot of other things, like pants.
Whoa.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
I was just saying, name one time that has happened.
Well, there was that one cultist, but, you know.
Who never got anything, so...
I'm just kidding. You have that reputation. We gotta keep it perpetuated.
Gotta keep it real.
Yeah. All right, Azaba, why don't you introduce Flick to us?
I play Flick, the Dragonborn paladin, who isn't very intelligent, but he means well.
This is a pretty apt description, yeah. And he's a paladin for Bahamut, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, Fusion, why don't you introduce us to your character?
All right, I play Meowthy, a dwarven cleric who is trying desperately to keep the entire party alive, but would not mind so much if they happen to pass away, because I tend to focus on helping people move from one plane to another.
Wow, phrasing though.
So which of our body parts are you going to save if we die?
I mean, you already posted that video earlier, so...
Oh my god. What is that? I keep seeing that everywhere. Are there just penises and Soul Calibur?
It's Soul Calibur 6. You can make your own character, and there is an accessory you can put on a lizard man if you use Voldo style, and Voldo style is already kind of weird and thrusty. And you can basically, I don't think they intended that to be phallic. I think it was supposed to be like a tail accessory. Somebody figured out that you can move it around to the front of your character, and with Voldo, it's just all over the place.
Yeah, so for those without frame of reference here, there's a video that's been going around. There's more than a few videos that's been going around the internet after Soul Calibur 6 came out, where the lizard character has a giant erect penis and like thrusts it into people's face to fight them. It's quite peculiar. I'm not gonna lie. It's something. I didn't expect to see that. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Oh please, that was on your watch
Well,
later.
I mean, if you think about it, they had already introduced The Witcher, which, I mean, those things will fuck anything. So
yeah, fair enough. But wait, yeah, all right. So
yeah, I'm just as lost on that one.
Yeah, The Witcher. You ever played The Witcher?
There's an actual Witcher in Soul Calibur?
Geralt's in it.
Yep.
Oh,
you're kidding me.
Yeah, no, he's the
Geralt.
guest character.
Geralt. Not
Whatever.
Gerald.
Sell out.
Not Gerald.
Jerry.
Geralt.
It's
Jerry the Witcher.
Jerry the Witcher.
I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail in my inbox later. All right, so I just rolled for a recap, and it has landed on Flick. So from Flick's perspective, what happened last time?
All right, so I was rowing my boat, and I was trying to be a little loud.
Literally
so the rest of the
singing
party
"Row,
could
row,
follow
row
me.
your boat," right?
Yes, or the Forgotten Realms version of it, which is, I don't know, elements to roll your boat or whatever. And the lizard guy got a little agitated because he knew that there were things that could eat us. I didn't. So Flick, some alligators showed up, and Flick was just telling little lizard dude to stay behind me, and they attacked. And then Crystal showed up as a alligator that kept on winking at people, and she ate a couple of alligators too. And then I beat him to death. And then I think Snapjaw was his name.
Yep.
Snapjaw didn't know that Crystal, the winking alligator, was on our side, and he kept on trying to attack her, and she was just like, "What the fuck?" So we had our alligator attack, and nothing really came from it. We eventually get to where the castle is, which is probably where the namesake of the Hoard of the Dragon Queen is.
Maybe.
But that's beside the point. So we land. I tell Snapjaw, dude, you should probably peace out because you get the cult of the dragon doesn't give a shit about you. He does a kind of a hint of saying you're going to need some paperwork to get into the castle, and then he goes to the castle. The rest of the party show up, and we hide, taking in the patrols and stuff, and we come up with this brilliant idea of trying to get the frog people against the lizard people because it seemed like there was some bad blood. Actually, everybody was treating the lizard people like crap. So then we decide to go to the lizard people as some dragon cult people. It didn't go over too well. So then we went to the frog people, and then some giant ass frogs showed up, and Crystal like lightning the shit out of them. And then some other frog people showed up, and she lightning the shit out of them too. Then we just proceeded to beat the frog people to death. Then we hit again. Then eventually we were trying to see if we could frame the cult of the dragon for the murder of the frog people, and that didn't work. So then we went over to the lizard people to go talk to them, and they point blank asked us, "Hey, did you kill the frog people?" In a moment of absolute gambling, I said yes, instead of going with the lie that we were going to try to do. And then we were brought inside to go chat and chill because it sounds like the lizard people have just had enough of their shit. And we were about to start the Great Lizard Uprising of 2018.
Yes, the lizard spring, as it were.
So in about 20,
Wow.
Never mind. I'm not even going to go there because I'm not a reporter, so I'll just disappear.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, that's a pretty good recap. Yeah, so you find yourselves in this longhouse with a bunch of the other lizard folk, and Ophala had started to try to give an inspiring speech to convince the lizard folk that that you were going to be able to help them. I don't think they doubt that you're on their side, but I think there are doubts as far as like whether or not you'd be able to like maybe assist with their calls. They're very skeptical, but it looks like they're just like itching for a reason at this point. So I think we ended like in the middle of Ophala talking last time because we ran out of time, but I think that Snapjaw kind of sees Ophala talking, right, and is like just kind of looking around and realizing that he's really like they can understand some basic common, he speaks it pretty well for a lizard folk, right, but he I think he's gonna have to do some translating for Ophala, and so he kind of looks over at Ophala and kind of like stops you, right, and says let me translate, right. And Ophala, I think you had some kind of an ability, right?
Yeah, enthralling performance.
Right. And that's on your character sheet, yeah.
Do you want another link of it?
No, I got it right here. Yeah, enthralling performance. I don't think it's gonna work this way, but I'm gonna allow it where I'm gonna let the effect kind of flow through someone translating for you. So why don't you give the speech? Why don't you try to convince them that you all are gonna be able to help them?
Oh God, I don't even remember what I was saying last time.
Well, make it up.
My fellow Americans.
What?
No.
I'm sorry, that just sounds like you just don't understand how to inspire freedom.
Wow. Lizardman, I can understand your subjugation and your feelings of uselessness, for I have been in that position once before in my life. You are probably never going to get another opportunity to rise against these people who have zero respect for you or for your home. Now is a good time to revolt and reclaim this swamp as your home and to become your breeding ground. Join with us and we will make sure that you get your home back. We will fight with all our power and try to minimize any casualties you may have.
Okay. So I've already rolled, and there's some nods of agreement around the room as Snapjaw is translating what you're saying to them in Draconic, and I think there's like an overall consensus, right? I think they're ready to go. They're sick of this shit they've been having to go through, and they think that maybe this is the time, right? So Snapjaw says he looks at the four of you, because Crystal's like still here, and you, if I remember correctly, you all were wearing your cultist robes, right?
I think we took them off because the last time we came in here to talk to them with our cultist robes on, it didn't go too well.
Okay. All right. He looks at the four of you and says, "Do you have cultist attire?" Or because he hasn't seen you in any cultist attire yet.
I used to, but then I threw them away.
He says, what about the rest of you?
I have a cultist robe.
I also have a cultist robe.
And I think Crystal has a cultist robe too, because I think that you just threw that bloody one away. Like you bloodied it and tore it up and threw it in with the bodies, right, Flick?
Yes, the plan was to put some sort of discord between the frogmen and the cult.
Okay. He looks around and says, "I need to get you inside the castle, and we need to do so without people asking too many questions." He says, and he's saying this to you, Flick, because he speaks some common, but it's like very broken. And he's saying, perhaps your friend here could, he has. Actually, does he know that she's a druid? I don't know, right?
No, I mean, none of us have actually said, I am this class, broken it down.
Well, right,
but
he doesn't know that she was the crocodile, right?
No.
You guys never revealed that. Okay. He says, well, one of you is gonna have to stay outside. So, because we only have three cultist robes, and I don't exactly have access to the supply closet in the in the castle where I can get more.
Well, Crystal might be able to join us because she's been following us for a while. In fact, that winking crocodile, that was her. She didn't really like that. So maybe I can borrow her clothing.
He says, "I see a shapeshifter. Yes, maybe she can sneak around the castle in a different form, or something. I don't know. I don't know how that works. But yes, we need to get to at least 3 of you in. So I'm thinking
I'm thinking Arby's.
I'm thinking Arby's. All right. Let's get you all into your cultist attire, and let's get you into the castle. And Shipwreck is gonna be like off in the corner over here. She is she's transformed somewhere, and she's skulking around the castle.
She's over there somewhere.
Yeah, she's over there somewhere. So actually, she's I'm gonna put her there. I guess the camera's gonna show her there, but that's okay. All right. Oh, actually, I'll put her here. There you go. That way you don't get any weird rays and stuff. Alrighty. So yeah. I think if you guys are ready, Snapshot on emotions to you to follow, and we're gonna see if we can get you guys inside this castle.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So let's go outside. And
God damn it.
Something broke. You okay?
Yeah, it's just this Chrome's stupid.
I asked Snapjaw, are we going to need specific papers to get in? Is there something that we need to... We all need a paper?
He shakes his head and says, no. As long as you're with me, you're actually... Hold on. He's speaking to you in common. He says, no paper. No, you stay with me.
Okay. Now I think that he talks like Consuela from Family Guy.
Wow.
No.
All right.
No paper.
No, I clean
No
now. I
paper.
clean. Need more lemon pledge.
Snowlush isn't hearing you right now, is he?
No, I think if he does hear me, he's ignoring me. Otherwise, he'd be like throwing stuff at me.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
we haven't seen a dog toy being launched yet.
No, he's downstairs playing Final Fantasy 13 too. He beat it yesterday, and now he's doing like all the time jumping alternate ending stuff.
Some of those are more interesting than the actual for real ending. So
I've never played it.
it has some good ideas, has a lot of bad ideas, has a lot of reused art assets. So
Okay, yeah, the music is all almost the same, right?
kinda, they updated the music, but
Are you back in the
We're good.
game, Flick?
I thought I was.
Are you
there?
still in the? I'm showing you is still in the hut.
Well, Roll D20 is still loading, and I see darkness, and I had the hut around at one point,
Okay.
and then the browser window closed, and okay, something. Whoa, what the hell just
I
happened?
moved you out.
Okay.
Okay, that explains why I can see.
Oh yeah, and
I
let
want
me.
to make sure you can see your character.
Okay.
There we go. There we go.
All right. Also, yeah. Okay. Here, I'm gonna move you guys if you don't mind, and I'm gonna describe what you guys are seeing. And if you want me to stop and you want to explore something, just let me know. Otherwise, it's gonna be unless you guys just want to follow Snapjaw around. Which would
Just
you
follow Snapjaw around?
Yeah, let's just follow.
Okay. All right.
I'll tell him like if there's like a set routine that he does instead of instead of us like making a beeline for the castle, if there's like a patrol that he usually does, so it looks like we're on our natural patrol, that would be the best thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Ooh, I'd also like to ask what those things they had in the pen are.
Right. So you ask this, and he like looks at you, like interpreting what you're saying. He says, he just looks at you like kind of dumbfounded, and he just says, "Giant lizards," like kind of like duh.
Alrighty then. Flick, can you ask?
I'll just look at Meowth and I'll just kind of shrug at him. It's like, what did you expect?
Can you ask him how domesticated they are and if they might be useful?
Summary.
Yeah. So to Flick in Draconic, he says, well, yes, they are our responsibility, and we have tamed them, and they only listen to us, and I think they will be quite useful.
Summary.
Awesome.
All right, so you guys are coming up to the entrance of the castle, and there's like a it's not a drawbridge, it's like an arch over a moat, right? It's a barbican, if you know what that is, and the moat is actually pretty far down. It's like the surface of the water is like 30 feet down, and it's kind of hard to tell how deep the water is, but it's very dark and murky. And as you come up to the entrance of the castle, you see what do you see? Okay, so this is the main gate. So it's a pair of stout wooden gates and an iron portcullis. It's like a 12-foot wide by 10-foot wide high gateway. The gate's not closed, and it actually looks like kind of rusted, and like just based on the look of it, you're not sure the thing would even close if it needed to. And so when you pass the main gate, you enter the Barbican. You see a bunch of bullywugs and giant frogs everywhere. There's just muck all over the floor, where just mud has just been tracked in and out. But it's almost like the mud was purposely put here by the bullywugs. Like, they really like the environment. It's like really nasty and smelly. So yeah, like sloppy mud covers the floor. Planks have been laid from the gateway to the causeway entrance, creating like a 10-foot wide raised boardwalk. So the cultists who don't enjoy walking through the mud, the way bullywugs do, can get through. The slippery mud is like, you know, the planks are clean. So if you don't want to like slip and fall on your ass, I guess stay on the planks, right? They're not represented here though, but they're just there. Just be aware of it. There you see looks like some kind of a staircase to the south, not really south, but you know, the bottom area. Kappa pride. And yeah, so
there's mud in the bottom area, huh?
Oh Jesus Christ, that's nasty. That's nasty, May. Bad May.
You would let
He said nasty and smelly.
Stop it, that's nasty. Oh my god, that's gross. Okay,
but we want to
so
stay on the wood, right?
You do. And don't worry, like wherever Snapjaw is standing is pretty much where the wood is. So the bullywugs come up to Snapjaw, and they there's like some kind of an exchange in common. He said the bullywugs are basically like asking who the fuck you guys are, and Snapjaw just casually says more cultists, and the bullywugs just kind of like shrug, and they just kind of go back to whatever they're doing. It's very tight security. It's like TSA. And so
who's getting the pat down?
No one's getting cavity checks this time. Maybe next time. So we're gonna go through here. We're gonna go through the hallway. So this 180-foot causeway crosses the moat, and it's gonna lead to the castle's outer ward. There's no roof here, and you can see like the upper area from the past room, like kind of overlooks this. Like, you know, maybe it could be used to like, you know, like impale people with arrows or something. But just looking around, you don't see anybody up there. It's unguarded. So we're gonna continue on over here. Yep. And so now we are in the outer ward. He's like kind of giving you a tour. He's like describing some of the stuff to you. Like you see this stuff, and he's like kind of telling you what these rooms are and like what they do. The ground here was once hard packed earth. But it's been like churned to mud by flapping bullywug feet. You see some bullywugs and lizardfolk present here. The lizardfolk look like they're heading over into a giant door. It looks like it might be like stables or something. You hear loud banging noises coming from that area. So there's something big in there. Looks like they're attending to that. And the bullywugs are just kind of loafing about and like giving orders to those lizard folk, like trying to tell them what to do and kind of laughing at them and teasing at them a little bit. And Snapjaw sees this exchange, and he has like a look of kind of like distaste on his face, like he's not really happy to be seeing that. Let's see here. So we're gonna go up here. And there's a door here. I don't know if it should. Yeah, I think it should show on your map. The big red door.
Thing, right?
And we're gonna go through this door here. Let me scroll down. This area is fucking huge. There's like so much here. So, you enter a great hall, which is literally what this room is. It's a massive hall with tables lined up. There's some people eating meals on one side of the room, and on the other side of the room, there's like a carpentry shop where cultists are building like new chests and boxes, and you recognize some of the crates as the same exact crates that were carrying the treasure that you saw so much. The crates that you saw so much on your caravan, your favorite part of the game, the caravan up here. Let's see here. So you also see tons and tons of like gold and gems and all sorts of stuff on tables being counted by other cultists. They're just kind of inspecting and cleaning and sorting and repacking various pieces of treasure. And looks like they're organizing it somehow.
Do I have time to do a quick ritual and detect magic on any of the items they're working with?
Yes, you do. I guess. I mean, it's a quick spell. Why not? It's like
close my eyes and just whisper a few words and see if I can sense any auras on anything.
So yeah, just subtract that from your slots. And yes, you actually do detect magic coming from one of the items on the table. It's do you want to try to get a little bit closer and see if you can see what it is you're sensing?
Yeah, I'm gonna make a quick like eye darting motion over to the other people and
right. So okay, so all right, so you just passing by the table, you get a quick glimpse at it, and you see a pair of boots. But even just looking at it, you know that it's just not ordinary boots. There's something about the craftsmanship and the quality of it, and magic is definitely radiating off of it.
How close are people to that?
It's being like handled as we speak by the cultists that are counting stuff, and yeah. So are you getting a little bit you want a 5-finger discount? Are you getting a little bit of sticky fingers?
I might be. If there's a lot
Give me a
of
moment,
treasure.
I'm thinking.
So yeah, there's not only are cultists handling these things on the tables, but like there's actually like cultists patrolling around, keeping an eye on everything. Like they're watching the stuff like a hawk, making sure people aren't pocketing anything or stuff like that. So anyway, Snapjaw is he hasn't even noticed that you stopped to take a look at that. No one had really. You're kind of being I don't want to say clandestine about it, but you hadn't really noticed. So there's another door up here, and we're gonna go up through the door into this new area. It's a southwest tower antechamber. So we're like in the southwest, because if you remember, the map is like kind of shifted, right? Swamp water is seeping into this chamber through a crack in the foundation, and it pools inches deep on the sagging stone floor. It's like filling the air with like a cloying, moldy stink. And yes, delicious. Yummy, right? Yeah. So the cultists have laid a walkway of planks across the floor here as well. So they can walk through here without soaking their feet. And
it's so accommodating. I like it.
Yeah, well, the cultists, they don't like to get their shoes dirty, right? So they're not savages. I mean, come on.
I mean, are we sure about that?
Let's see here. So, Snapjaw is gonna come around the corner here. Over here. Yep. And I don't know if the map doesn't show it, but there's actually a door here. So there's stairs next to us, right? But at the other corner of those stairs, yeah, where Flick is, there's actually a door there where Flick is at. And it's locked. But Snapjaw reaches into his garb and pulls out some keys and unlocks the door, and he turns to you and says, this is where you're going to stay today. I'm planning on making a move tonight if you're ready. It doesn't have to be tonight. We need your help so we can work out the timing if necessary. He's like talking in a hushed tone just in case anyone else can hear, even though he's not sure that any of those cultists could even speak Draconic to like he and Flick can. And he says, if you're ready to make a move tonight, just wait for the sounds of combat, and we're going to take the castle.
Which do you want us to go through the stairs once it starts, or go back down the hall?
He says you can. He says, well, there's different sections of the castle. He says, one section of the castle is held by the bullywugs. We need to take them out first, because they're the largest of the guard force here. The other section, the three sections is controlled by the lizardfolk. And then the third section is all cultists and the cult leaders. Resmir is here now, and she has guests. And the high, so I don't know how he would describe it, not a general, but like someone underneath Resmir, like kind of oversees the castle when she's not here. And he is he's in that area as well. So we're going to be starting from the outer ward that we passed through and clearing it. There are guard drakes here in the castle as well in the inner ward, and we're going to take out the bullywugs and we're going to take out the cultists.
So it would probably be a good idea of, when the attack happens, we go back the way that we came in to do kind of a pincer attack. So we slowly squish what's left of the bullywugs. And then we can turn around, ideally, as long as we don't get overrun from our backs, and then take out anyone who comes in our way. Does that sound like a solid plan, guys?
He's looking at you and he's like mesmerized. Because like he doesn't really think like very tactically. He's just like, we're gonna get swords and we're gonna kill everybody. So he's just like kind of nodding his head. You're probably not sure if he actually understands what you're saying. But he's like nodding his head like, yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, well, I'm trying to figure out where they're going to attack, and if it makes sense, if we go back the way that we came, then the lizardmen and bullywugs will be fighting, and we'll slowly make our way through those guys and eventually get to that entrance.
So the thing is, the lizard folk have pretty much free reign across the whole castle, and once a signal is given, I think that it's not going to be like one side is on like one part of the castle, the other side's on the other part of the castle, and then they like kind of go at each other. I think that there's going to be chaos, there, like as soon as a signal's given, there's going like a room full of lizardmen, a room full of bullywugs somewhere else off on the other side of the castle. Those lizardmen are going to jump those bullywugs, that kind of thing,
Okay.
I have a question.
So it really doesn't matter.
Right.
Is this being relayed to me and Meowfie?
Yes.
Well, yeah, right now. Okay. All right. So.
Because like, what I would suggest is one thing that we should know is if there's any like sentries or something that could alert the cultists. Because if we can take out the sentries first, then we can continue the surprise attack on the cultists once we've dealt with the bullywugs. If they can't raise the alarm.
Well, it sounds like we're gonna, in the middle of the keep here, we're going to hear combat starting, so the cat's going to be out of the bag. Like, in order for us to hear it, they're probably going to have to hear it too.
Fair.
Are you relaying that question back to Snapjaw?
Yeah, I'm being Google Translate.
You're being Google Translate? All right. So, Snapjaw looks at Ophala and like shakes his head, and in common says, "They know smart. They only look out castle, not in castle."
Fair.
Word? Let's do this.
All right. So,
about how long are we going to have before this starts?
so
I mean, they said tonight, so
he
I can't
says,
remember what time it is.
yeah, he said after sundown. He says, and he says to the Flake, and Flake can relay. He says after sundown, listen for the bell to toll 3 times.
Okay, I'm gonna just to make sure. 3 means this many, right?
Yes. That is indeed 1, 2, 3.
2.5.
1. All right.
This many?
Yes, that many. All right. So, Snapjaw says to you, Flick, that this room hasn't been used in quite some time. But there's bedding and stuff here, so you can make yourself comfortable until it's time for you all to make your move. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So he's gonna skedaddle on back to his peeps. So you go into this room. The chamber is wet and moldy, but it's not flooded like some of the other rooms. Let's see. So you've been assigned this chamber as your quarters. As you walk in, however, you notice some things like on the ceiling.
Is this room or no?
Let's see. Yeah, you're there. Yep, that's the room.
Okay.
Oh.
Yep, that room. Yep.
I was looking for a door.
Yeah.
Yeah, the door's not represented on the map. But you are in the room.
This is getting a low rating on Yelp. This is terrible.
I love it. Yeah, right. And of course, Ophala would say that. Jeez. So
How far up are we?
So if you look out that window, you see the moat down below you, and the moat is about 30 feet down from you right now. But you're on the ground level of the castle. Oh, Ophala, wait, no, go back into the room.
I've not gone up. I'm still here.
Oh, I thought I saw you in the. Okay, here. Everybody, stop moving around. Something's happening.
I feel like
I'm
just being put on the naughty chair.
So you see some things crawling down the wall and coming down off of the ceiling. Yeah, you have a little bit of an infestation here. A wee bit of an infestation on your hands.
More than just Ophala?
More than just Ophala. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I have
Wow.
a handout for you guys for these things.
My character gets so much shade. How could you?
You got me a lamp.
I thought you was night blind. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay. So
I
you
didn't realize it was Flick.
So you see these things, and they have so many legs you can't even count. And they have like these pincher things at the end of them, and they're really big. These are probably the biggest bugs that are not like giant spiders that you have ever seen. And yeah, their little legs, they crawl along pretty fast. So you are being attacked by giant centipedes. You have invaded their little home. It was perfect environment for them, but they're just like a kind of a little pest.
Can I just like alt F4 out of the room?
I mean, you could, but I wish you wouldn't. All right, everybody roll initiative. Actually, wait, my bad. Did I might actually clear initiative. Okay. The order's
They look pretty
cleared.
gross.
I'm actually gonna roll. Are you? Hold on.
Like for a minute when I saw them, I thought you were going to
Ooh,
be
is
like,
that a group initiative? Damn.
Yeah. I'll let you guys roll your own initiative. I should have rolled initiative while they were still hidden. I didn't. So all right, everybody roll initiative.
Thank God. Did you see what I got in all that?
Yes, I saw.
They're saying that. Watch me get lower. That ain't too bad for me.
Okay.
One time I was fast like lightning.
And 10. Okay. All right. So yeah, these things they're chugging along. What is their speed anyway? Let's see here. Oh wow, they move fast. Ew, that's gross.
Oh.
They're like fast little fuckers. Mhm.
Just have to make sure we don't fall on our asses.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Oh my god. Okay, these things are nasty.
Well,
all
I'm
right.
dead.
So Ophala, the one directly below you, it's coming down off the ceiling and it just like skitters across the floor really fast and just goes in for a bite on you. There it goes. Your AC is 13, Ophala?
I think so. I can just double check real quick if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also going to need for you to do a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
They poison. Wonderful.
They may or may not be venomous, yes. Oh, jeez. All right, so it bites your ankle, like, and the sharp pain just shoots up your leg, Ophala. You take 3 piercing damage from the bite itself, but then you also take 11 poison damage.
Holy fuck.
Yeah. Yep. So you want to take that damage off? That's 14 total.
Okay. I can't math tonight.
You and then you just click your token and then click the green area, and then you can do minus 14, and it does the math for you.
Because I can't math tonight.
Oh my god, I put negative 14 in there. That's weird.
You did.
I'm beyond dead. I'm in the next world.
I wonder why it did that.
All right.
Maybe
it's all as a new value. You have to do the original value, and then you have to put the math equation in there, not the.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have to.
Yeah, I don't have to. But here, let me try it. Let me see if it works. Negative 14. Yeah, that worked that time. I don't know. I'll let you try again, Ophala, see if it works. You had 26 and then...
metric math.
We'll just leave it. It'll be fine.
Okay. All right, I'll let you try next time then. All right, so then this little fucker over here goes... Wait, we've updated our hotkeys. Oh, okay. So this guy's going to come over here to Meowthy and try to bite Meowthy's ankles, who has a AC of 15. Oof. Make a Constitution saving throw for me, please, Meowthy.
Alrighty. Is it poison?
It is indeed poison, yes.
I do get advantage, but it doesn't matter.
It does not matter. You definitely beat that. So you take yeah, you don't even take half. So it doesn't. The poison does not get into your blood veins, fortunately. But you do take 4 piercing damage from the bite itself.
Alrighty.
All right. Flick, this one down here is going to become well acquainted with you. Go ahead and roll
Take
a. Actually, yeah, no, don't. Never mind. You don't have to roll anything because it could not, in fact, pierce. Oh wait, yes, it can because oh god, it had advantage because of the flanking.
Stop looking up the rules to your advantage. That only counts when it's
know.
our advantage.
Your AC is 20, right?
Yup.
Yeah. All right. We'll do a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Oh.
Oof.
No.
Oof. You take 6 piercing damage and 13 poison damage for a total of 19 damage.
Wow, that was just one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're dead.
Congratulations, you have killed the party. Crystal is the only one that
That's what I
has
was gonna
survived.
ask. Crystal would have followed along with us, right?
Yeah, she would have.
All right. So,
But
I was
she's
thinking
like off somewhere, shapeshifted, probably stalking you guys, probably laughing
that's
at you
right.
guys and your misfortune right now.
Accurate.
All right.
Cleaning herself in the corner or something.
Mm-hmm. All right, Meowthy, this one's going after you as well. And it's gonna bite you. But does not manage to pierce your armor. Lucky you. Lucky
Yay.
you. And then the one directly above you, he's already here, and he's also he's like kind of crawled up your leg, and he's like trying to bite your leg. It's really nasty. You can feel all his like hundreds of little legs just yes, it's a gross sensation. But
I'm pretty sure I enjoy that.
Oh dear.
Okay. Well, you're not enjoying it too much. Actually,
Okay.
yes, you are. He does not manage to pierce your armor. Like, all right.
Sweet.
What's that saying? Different strokes for different folks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's apparently a multitude of strokes with this one.
All right, Meowthy, it is your turn.
Hang on, I just want to finish reading this because I think I got it right. To be unaffected by it. Okay.
Uh-oh, I lost you on audio. I had you on audio.
Sorry,
and
that's
then I
my bad.
lost
That's my. I wasn't hitting the button. Close my eyes. Whisper a quick prayer for some guardians to help me, and cast Spirit Guardians.
you. Okay. And is this going to be like the?
This is a little different. This
Okay.
is way different. So there's a 15-foot radius. How do I just link the text?
It's okay. I'll look it up. Spirit Guardian. All right, let's see what we got here. Spirits protect you. They flit around you to a distance of 15 feet for the duration. If you're good or neutral, their spectral form appears angelic or fey. Are they angelic or fey?
They are angelic, but not nice looking angelic.
Okay, they're the creepy angels. Got it.
They're the supernatural angels.
Yeah, gotcha. So when you cast a spell, you can designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. So probably your teammates, right?
My teammates, with the exception of Crystal.
Oh. Well, luckily Crystal's not in the room right now.
All right, Crystal too.
An affected creature's speed is halved in the area. When the creature enters for the first time on a turn, it must make a... Okay. On a failed save, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage. Ooh.
God damn.
On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage. Okay, so this is a crazy area of effect spell. So this is going to be anything in a 15-foot radius of you?
Yeah, I'll draw that out for you if you want me to.
Yeah, if you don't mind. And then this is a concentration up to 10 minutes. That's sexy. Look at you. All right. So I need to start doing some rolls to see how these giant centipedes are faring against this. So let's do some wisdom saves. I'll start with a 3 immediately around you. Okay. So they all died. Why don't you describe how that looks? Oh, and by the way, this is a 15-foot radius, right? There's the radius.
Actually, yeah, no, that should be
It's-
bigger than
Yeah,
that, shouldn't it?
it should be like 1 square out. No, 2 squares out further
3.
than that. Yeah, so
Isn't it
it's like
5
it's
feet per
3.
square?
Yeah, so well, yeah, and I'm not gonna count the square you're in. So it's like, yeah, I don't know how you want to do that, but yeah, it's like from here to here. But yeah, so all 3 of those centipedes died. I guess, all right, since you're busy drawing, well, okay.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. So yeah, what does that look like?
That's going to be a bunch of dark cloaked figures that appear around me and just move up to each animal around and places their hand on it, and you just see black smoke drain from them, and they drop straight to the floor. No damage, no outward signs of injury, just not moving.
I love it. Perfect.
So what about the others that were in there? Did they?
Hold on, I'm getting there.
Well, that's actually
So yeah, so
yeah.
same thing. Not a single one of them survived this attack, and the spell is still active. That's
Wow.
incredible. I know, right? That's so badass. I love it. So, all right. Are you gonna do anything else this turn?
Yeah, is the new crystal.
Right.
actually I'm gonna move.
Okay.
And
Yes,
if I
that would.
move it goes with me, right?
Yeah. I think the effect will happen. Well.
They'd be
that's-
entering the area for the first time, right?
They would be, wouldn't they? Yeah. Hold on, let me see here. This seems like massively OP.
It is. It takes out quite a bit of my 3rd level spells. My healing is reduced now because I won't be able to pull people back from the dead as easily.
Gotcha. Let me just finish reading this one to make sure I'm doing everything right here. When a creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make this saving throw. Okay, yeah.
All right, so
Yeah.
it will be on their turn actually, right?
When a creature, no, I think.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
No,
okay.
I think
All
it's.
right,
I think it goes along with you. So whenever they enter the area is what it says. So I'm interpreting that like that. So let me make.
Cool beans.
Yeah, let me. You might have single-handedly taken out this entire threat. Let's see how this goes.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. All right, let's see here. Yeah, they're all dead. They
Sounds
are
disappointed.
all. No, I'm not disappointed. I'm excited for you guys. That was badass. Very cool. All right. So yes, all this pest is gone. You have yourself a great pest control man there with Meowthy.
Did they seem sentient or just animalistic?
I don't know if you could make that determination, especially
Okay.
now that they're dead. Maybe you should have studied them before you squashed them.
Do they have art and writing? I should
Some
check.
of them died with paintbrushes in their hands.
You should hear their poetry.
Yeah,
It's quite
there's
I
that.
took out the
Yeah.
right ones then.
The others were mimes. They had the striped shirts and the silly French hats.
Fucking hippies.
Oh my god. Let's not hate on the French people, okay?
No, I'm not hating on French people. I'm hating on French artists. There's a difference.
I mean, some of the greatest long distance runners in the world were French. They had a lot of practice.
Some of the most badass
Wow.
freedom
All
fighters.
right. All right. Anyway,
By the way, as a Brit, I'm loving this.
I'm sure you are. Just FYI, I have a fair number of French viewers, and I love them.
I mean, we're
Sure.
American. They have so much they can make fun of us about. This is
That's true. There's so much they can and do make fun of us about.
like throwing Skittles at someone.
All right, so I guess the question is, right? You guys have some time to kill. It was morning whenever you approached the lizard folk, and it's not going to be evening until you listen for the 3 tolls of the bell signaling the attack. How do you guys want to spend this time? I know Ophala and Flick are pretty badly damaged by those bites. Their legs are where they were bitten are kind of like swollen. Flick probably is gonna have trouble getting out of his plate mail armor because his leg is like swollen up the side of
Actually,
it.
I just look at them and point and laugh.
okay. We could do a long rest, or what we could do is, well, I know, like, if I expend 5 hit points of my laying hands, it cures a disease, and I think poison and shit. So I can use that to get rid of the poison out of our bodies.
I could heal. I've got some healing.
Yeah, but you could heal the hit points, but I can get rid of the poison, is what I'm trying to say.
If you guys want to keep watch over me so I can rest up a little bit, I'll take care of it for y'all.
Sure. Although I am curious, I do kind of want to go upstairs because
Yeah, I can cure a target disease or neutralize one poison effect.
Oh, do you mean when you say upstairs? Do you mean the stairs in the room above you?
Mm-hmm.
Those are stairs down, not up. Sorry, my bad.
Up, down, down. Oh,
Left, right, left, right. Sorry.
Actually, no, I can't help with the poison.
I mean,
So,
is
by the
poison
way,
on its cost?
just so you know what's in that room up above, I don't think I actually told you. The room is pretty smelly from the muck over in the room next to it, right after you got out of that great hall area. And yeah, so there's a staircase that when you looked down the staircase when you were passing by it, it became less like constructed stairs and more like stone slabs, like you might see like out of carved rock in a cavern as it like progressed downward into the darkness.
So it's older.
Something like that.
All right, I'll use my lay on hands to cure the poison.
Okay.
Takes good care of. God damn it! Get back here.
Well, actually, I don't know. Oh shit! Hold up. There's a special thing about this poison.
Now he tells us.
So yeah, the poison. All right, so it's not doing like damage over time to you, right? But no, you guys didn't get poisoned enough, so you're fine. So if you do any healing, yeah, just so you're gonna use lay on hands on who, yourself and Ophala?
Yeah, those are the 2 ones that primarily got hurt.
Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead and how much are you doing that for?
Each one takes up 5, so now I have 15 left, at least hit points that I could conceivably use from
You each got healed for 5.
No, I negated the poison. What it is that with my lay hands I can either return
The poison
hit points back.
the poison's not affecting you guys anymore. Like it's
not anymore. Okay.
Right. Yeah, it can affect you in a really super shitty way, but it has to be under very certain circumstances, and you guys didn't hit that, so you guys are okay.
Oh. Okay.
You guys were like really close to like having a bad day though.
Okay.
Was it the runs kind of poison?
You don't want to know. It was bad.
Well, if we
Then I can
decide
go
to have a
ahead and
long rest, I can get my lay on hands back, and I can use it to heal up most of us.
But if we have a long rest, we'll be healed anyway.
Yeah,
True.
if you touch yourself, you can go to sleep, and then you can touch yourself again later.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So are we just going to camp out for the rest of the day and wait for the fight to start?
That is an option.
Could we just peek down that stairwell there and see if there's anything interesting?
That is another option.
That I'm very interested in.
I mean, we don't have to stay there. We could just take a look, come on back.
Mm-hmm.
We should be
It's
careful if
late.
there's any more of these little bastards, though.
No kidding. Well, in that case, if we're going to go sneaky, I'll give myself 10 hit points back then.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a little heal on myself. Unless,
Okay.
unless.
What's wrong?
I can heal both of you real quick, and it would probably a little bit more.
Why
If
don't you do
want to
that? Especially if you guys are going to be doing a long rest, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Hang on. Prayer of healing. Up to 6 creatures in my each regain. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to
Sorry, I'm just laughing at what
whisper.
You like that?
Yeah.
Christ. All right. Well, you each get 13 hit points back. Oh, and I do too. Hey.
Cool. Let me see that.
That's 25. Oops.
Up to 6 creatures of your choice. Nice. That's
I
a
mean,
really good healing spell.
I'm literally like 1 hit point off being full, so that worked for me.
Very cool.
For someone that really likes death, I do a lot of not making people die.
And we appreciate you for it.
Finally, some recognition.
I mean, have I ever bullied you? I mean, I got you a lamp out of friendship.
I don't think he's still over the lamp thing. So
I almost smashed that lamp to catch them all on fire too.
I mean, it was a misunderstanding. I thought you were night blind. So
I just saw 8 bits.
Oh, you just saw that.
That would have been a better option and probably better for the stream. I should have thought about that.
All right.
yeah, okay, X-Flick. I ship it.
Hold on. I need to drag a new map over here. Let's see. Yeah.
But I'm going to be tiptoeing down those stairs when we go.
Yep, I hear you.
All right.
That is a good idea. I'll tell you what's going on in a second. I just need to get.
I'll move here so I'm
everybody
on top of you.
sorted. Oh my, what's happening now?
Accurate.
Oh shit, a giant centipede came along for the ride.
what? No.
He's our pet friend.
Yeah, it's like a reanimated corpse or something. It's just moving all on its own.
Actually, that would
I
be
mean,
a good way to fuck with the bullywogs or whatever their name is. Once we start to fight, we'll throw one of the centipedes at them. And they'll like freak out, not know what the hell it is. It's like, oh shit, it's one of those things.
That is a valid and frankly hilarious strategy. I love it. All right, hold on. Let me delete that.
That might not be the worst idea. That's maybe we could get them boots, just like throw it into the hole while no one's watching and watch them all run out screaming.
So, as you guys are walking, so you all 3 of you are tiptoeing, right? Or is it just Meowthy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll try to sneak.
Okay. So, I need stealth rolls from all of you first.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
How? And here it comes.
Shh.
There it is.
It's not like. Alright, I'll see you guys next week.
Can we reseed his dice?
Right? It's like really. I don't know. Yeah, I think he does need new dice. He needs some lucky dice. Just give me 1 second. I need a refresher on this one. I did not expect you guys to come down here for some reason. I don't know why I wasn't expecting you to, but.
Always
TBK
expect
in
the
a
party
bedroom.
to do the one thing you don't want them to do.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't
Alright,
expect us to go
I'm gonna-
down. How could you?
I'm gonna drag y'all over here. Hopefully the fog of war and everything is gonna behave time around. Zoom out and see if you can find your characters.
It's like,
Oh, I
where's
saw
Waldo?
something. Alright, cool. Looks like it's working on this map.
I just need to find myself a new one now.
Yeah.
Right hand side, about halfway up.
I think we all need to find ourselves in the grand scheme of things.
No.
Um. Okay.
Are these?
So you're walking down the steps, right? And there's like a lantern at the top of the stairs. And it gets kind of dark until you get around the corner, and there's another lantern at the bottom of these steps, and the steps kind of open up into this really large cavern. And the cavern floor is muddy, like a lot of the rest of the castle itself. But the stink from the room above is leaving, and now it's like more of like this musty, stale air kind of smell inside this cavern. In front of you, you see a big puddle of water. And other than that, the room looks to be pretty empty. And you hear some like water drops, but they're not coming from this room. If you peer around, it looks like there's a passageway to the. I'm just gonna north orientate every. Oh yeah, it already is. So the top of the map is north. So to the east, there's a passageway, and to the northwest, there's a passageway. And the sound, the dripping sounds seem to be coming from there. But other than that, there's total silence.
Tippy toes.
Out of character question, real quick. Are these squares different sizes?
This is a different scale than the.
Not 5 feet then.
Oh no! Yeah, no. Every square is 5 feet. Throughout the entire module, I'm pretty sure every square is 5 feet.
All right, they just look different. I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just move up a couple feet and peer around the cavern?
Oh, you know what? Hold on. Wait, no, yeah, no, 5 feet. 5 feet. If you notice, there's like there's quads of squares. Right. Those quads are like 10 feet, right? But the little squares that your characters like take up, those are 5 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna move forward if that's okay.
Yeah, go right on ahead. I'll stop you if you trigger the big trap of doom that inevitably lies wait in every single one of these rooms.
I'm going forward too.
I'm just kidding, or am I?
I'll wait on the stairs.
I'm gonna peer into the water. How deep does it look?
Hold on, I just wanted to point out what 8-Bit just said about May.
I want to fight 8-Bit.
What did 8-Bit say?
Total silence except for May.
Oh, Fala. All right. So yeah, so you look into the water, and it's little more than a puddle, really. Just looking at it, judging from the light that's reflecting off of it from the lantern by the entrance, it looks like it might be maybe 1 foot near the center of the puddle.
Oh, so like half my height. Great, awesome.
Mm-hmm. Something looks a little bit off about the water, though. Like it's not. It might just be because it's like been down here for a long time. It doesn't, and maybe there's algae or something. It doesn't look like totally clean. Like the color is wrong.
If we found like the castle toilets or something.
No, the smell would have been.
There is a gap in the wall, and the water does kind of lead back through that gap in the wall as well.
Does anybody have some plastic bags for my shoes?
Where are you going?
I just wanted to look at the water.
I'll come with you then, I guess.
All right, I'm gonna peer around that corner real quick and see if I can see where the water's coming from. It's not moving. It's just still.
It is still water. It is not moving. I
don't think I can move forward there. But I can see the bottom of it, right?
You can see the bottom of it. The water is not deep. at all. You can wade through it pretty easy. Are you like standing in the water, or are you still on the edge of the water?
I'm still on the edge. I'm by that
Okay.
cave wall right there.
All right, yeah. You kind of, if you're trying to peer into the next area, see like through what's at the end of the tunnel, it's really hard for you to do that without getting in the water. And seeing as how short you are, I don't think you're gonna be able to. Yeah, but you don't hear anything in there. It's still silence, and it's just like a dark tunnel. It looks like it was naturally carved out of the cavern through flowing water over the course of many hundreds of thousands of years.
So what color is the water then? If it's a little bit off,
It's
like
blue.
green?
It is no, it's blue water, but it's like a weird blue. Like,
Can I like touch it with the tip of my rapier if I come a bit closer?
sure, you can do whatever your heart desires. So, when you dip your rapier into it, nothing happens. No, nothing,
so it's
nothing
not
adverse
like-
happens to your rapier or anything like that.
So it's not acidic at least. Well, acidic for metal anyway. Road.
Mm-hmm. Dare you dip your toe into it?
You know what? Yes.
You're like, I can get another one of those. I have 9 more where that came from. You know, so if you so I guess you like what, take off your boot and kind of dip your big toe into it or something, or what are you doing?
I'll take my boot off and I'll just like gently touch it with the tip of my big toe.
Okay, so you notice the water's really cold at first, and so there was that brisk cold sensation, right? But then the cold sensation kind of subsides, and it's uncomfortable. Like there's like a slight tingly burn, but not enough to like hurt you. Like it's definitely acidic, but it's probably not going to hurt you any.
I turn to Meowth and say, "Hey, can you have a quick look at my toe? It burned when I put it in."
It didn't do any damage to your tissue. It just gave your toe like a burning sensation while it was dipped in. And when you take your foot out, it goes away. The sensation goes away.
Alright, then I'm gonna warn them not to go in the water.
Why? I'll stick my hand in it.
I mean,
Okay,
you
so
were in
same
flight,
thing.
so it's
Same thing
fine.
with you, Flick. Your hand has it burns a teeny tiny bit, like but it doesn't really it doesn't actually hurt. It's just uncomfortable to walk through.
Well done,
Can I-
Flick. I did warn you.
How big were those centipede things?
Let me see. They were considered small, but like if I had to guess, I would say they were like probably 4 feet or so.
Also, awesome. I'd like to run upstairs, grab one, come back, and toss it in the water.
I love your character. All right, yeah, I like that idea as well. All right, so we'll give 5 minutes for that to happen, right? So you come back down, and tell me what this looks like. Do you just like unceremoniously just like toss it into the water, or what do you do?
I'm just staring at the water for a second, and then I just go, and I run upstairs and grab it, come back down, and I set it on the edge of the water, and then I just kind of like nudge it with my foot, and just slowly roll it in the water, and like stare intently at it, like I'm playing Pooh 6 or something.
Yes. Nothing seems to be happening to it. It just kind of it floats on the surface for a little bit, and then like it just kind of like very gradually hits the bottom. But I mean, it's like 1 foot, right? So it's just like half of it sticking out of the water, and the other half is now at the bottom of the center of the pool.
All right, I take 1 point of depression damage.
So is this a funeral by sea, or what was that?
I was just checking to see if it was okay to walk in, because I want to know where it's coming from.
Well, it felt weird. Like not good weird.
I mean, I did tell you this, and yet you still dipped your hand in it.
I needed to check. What if it's holy water? That's Maybe that's why it hurt you. We are dealing with cultists of a god.
That's true. That's a good point.
I'm not trying to be mean here, but your heritage does have some certain not feel good parts when it comes to holy stuff.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I'm still slightly offended.
I mean, what doesn't offend you?
Oh my god.
Can I just push him in? Can I do like a strength check to push him off in?
I think that would be very in character, actually.
And then the party proceeds to push each other into the acid pool, which is probably dragon piss or something. And then we all die horribly.
Yeah, that sounds like how this adventure will go.
Yeah, go ahead. That's fine.
Nah, I'm not that mean. I'm not an evil tiefling, so I'm not gonna do that.
I see him thinking about contemplating it. I see her thinking about contemplating it, and I push her in.
Do you really?
Wow.
Yes, I do.
Oh my god. Make a it's gonna be strength, so maybe athletics.
That makes sense.
I want both of you to make athletics checks. Ophala and Meowthy.
Athletic.
So Meowthy tries. Like, Meowthy, I think, grabs Ophala's arm and just tries to, like, toss her in. And then Ophala's not having any of it. So, Ophala, you managed to not get yourself thrown in. Tell me how this looks. Like, what do? Do you just, like, punch him in the face? Or, like, what's going on here?
Okay, so I'm gonna see what he's done, and I'm gonna grab it, and I'm gonna shout, "You fat-bellied little knee high!" And I'm gonna try throw him in.
Okay, 2 more athletics checks, please. Oh my god, we're gonna end up in like a wrestling match here.
Sunday. He
Wow.
worships death
No.
entirely too much. She's
So-
triggered by everything.
Yeah. So I don't think you guys are just like kind of wrestling with each other. Like, but I think what is Flick doing? Like, Flick is watching like Ophala and Meowthy just like kind of wrestle each other, trying to get each other into the water.
Is there like a? I know.
I'm laughing the entire time.
I'll just take my shield, right? And I'll just set it aside on the ground as like something to sit on, and then I'll just sit on the ground while holding my mace like this, watching them.
I love it. It's great. All right, so neither one of you are getting thrown into the water. So do you guys want to go through there and see if you can see what's through the passage, or what are you gonna do? You can leave it alone. You could go somewhere else.
I'll
Do you think
I'll
we could
think
work
about it
together and throw the
afterwards.
dragon in?
I think we could do that.
I think maybe we should try to do that.
Well,
What are we doing?
Hang on a second. Flick hasn't done anything to me.
True.
I don't feel it's not like he gave me a lamp or anything. Although I would like to check this passage over here and see if we can figure out a way. This is all leading underneath the castle. Maybe there's a way to. Oh wait, hang on. Let me orient myself. All right, so it'd be.
Oops.
This direction would be.
Okay, so. So, are you walking over in that direction, or what's going on?
Yeah, I think I'll just if that's okay, I'll just
Mhm.
stop me if I'm doing something wrong here.
Yep. Go right on ahead over there. There's gonna be stairs over in that area. I think you can see, right? And then you can probably zoom out, May. And then
Yeah.
past the stairs, there's a ledge. You could stop at the ledge.
Do the stairs look like someone has chiseled them out? Do they look like they're just
The
natural
stair,
occurring?
a combination. It looks like there was like a natural, like, you know, incline, and they just kind of like carved it out to make it a little bit easier. So you come up here. There is a ledge. It's let me see. I'm trying to see.
Where'd you go? South into the hallway.
No, I went. What is north on this map?
So you went
Up.
like
Over this way.
this north, or that north. Okay.
Yeah, we switched orientation, so now north is back to being up.
All right. I'll follow. Where the
So
hell did we go?
there's a couple things here. There's
Just a minute.
okay. Is everything
Hang
okay?
on, I'm gonna mute a minute because it sounds like Doug's getting excited for his walk, so
Oh.
he might hit the.
All right. So there is so you look up and there's like a 15-foot like ledge above you. There's a ladder, there's a wooden ladder pressed up against the ledge to get up, but there's also a contraption. And it looks to be a wooden crank powered crane. And there's like empty pallets next to it and stuff, and it looks like someone's been using this to like lift heavy objects up over the ledge.
Out of character, we established that I was working with the Harpers. How much information have they given me about what I'm dealing with here?
No heart. This is you don't know. As far as you know, you are the first Harpers to ever step foot in here.
Well, I mean, in general, like, have they told me, hey, all this gold stuff is going somewhere and we think it might be, or anything like that?
Well, that was the whole point of the caravan. They had no idea where it was going, and so it was your job to find it. Like, find out where it was going. So.
Hey guys, look! It looks like they're storing stuff back here.
Okay, you said there was a ladder that was going up?
Yep. There sure is.
Okay, the last time I tried to climb something, it did not end well.
I remember that.
I look at Meowth and I'll say like, so I'm going to use my shield and I'll just lift you up a little bit. Does that work? And then you can just peer over.
How tall are you?
6'5".
No, we don't hit it at all. We hit 11 feet.
Oh,
how about I just climb up the ladder and winch you up then?
Well, if anybody's going first, it'll meet me. So okay, fine. I'll go up the ladder.
Okay.
Carefully, quietly.
You just heard ka-chunk as he falls back down.
Thump, 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 thump. It's like that scene with Homer when he falls off the cliff.
Oh, god damn it.
What?
JK, this is actually going down. It's hard to see on the map. And it doesn't say in the room description, but it says in the next room description because, you know, that's helpful. Yeah, so you're actually going down the ladder, right? And there is a crane there, and the crane and the pallets and everything still are up here, but it looks like people were using the crane to drop things down into this other area, not, you know, hoist them up. So yeah. There's like a mist on the ground as well, and the mist is like it looks like it's coming from like maybe slight like evaporating that water from room 1, and so the room that you were just in, and it like kind of is going through the stairs, and then it kind of drops down here and into the area here. But because the area is like such a steep drop off where the ladder leads down into, it's like the whole room is actually quite misty. Whereas
Hmm.
before it was just like a slight mist on the ground. Here it's like there's mist everywhere.
All right, I'm gonna take a rag then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tie it around my mouth and my nose.
Okay.
Be just like last night.
Yes. As like a makeshift mask.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go down.
All right. So you go down. Looking around the room, there doesn't seem to be anything special about it. The air seems to be breathable. You're not struggling to breathe or anything, and it's also not, the air's not acidic like how the water itself was. The evaporations off of that don't seem to carry any of the acidity with it either. You seem to be okay.
Okay, I'm not dying. We can come down.
Okay.
Sure, why not? Worst that happens is we die.
Well, yes.
It is really dark here. Which one of you have dark vision?
I have dark vision.
Okay.
I do too.
Okay. And Flick, do you have dark vision?
No. You'd think that, but no.
Okay.
Really? You don't have dark vision?
No, Dragonborn do not get dark vision.
So what are you gonna do? You're at this point, after you drop down that ledge, the very dim light that you're getting from the other room is just completely gone now, and you're in total darkness. All you can sense is the mist around you, and that's pretty much it. So and you also hear something off in the distance. So what do you want to do about your sight?
I look at Ophala, I sigh dejectedly, and I light my lamp.
Oh man, it's really good you have that. I can see now.
Oh my god. Alright.
I break the lamp. No, I'm kidding.
So you hear, like, if you're listening to these sounds off in the distance, you're able to hear like maybe some croaking or something, but there's like a rhythm to it.
Something's sleeping.
There is more than one. You hear more than one.
Fuck it.
What?
You're gonna head over there?
I'm gonna come right up here and see if I can figure out what's making that damn racket.
All right, give me 1 second. I need to. Okay, so it was coming from this
shoulder
direction.
to shoulder with him.
Okay. Give me
I'll
one.
semi-hang back.
Flick, do you think that we should spend the time exploring here, or do you think we should rest up and explore after we've taken over the keep?
I think we should rest up.
Hold on. Let me do this right. It's a wisdom roll.
Wow.
I think we should keep going.
Okay, Flick. Double ones.
That is amazing.
Yeah, there was no way. That was mean.
All right, so it was coming from that stair-looking thing, not from down south?
Yeah, it's coming from down these stairs here. I'm just reading. There's a lot here. Hold on.
Can I take one step forward? Or you want me to hold off?
Yeah, go ahead. You can start heading in that direction. But now you distinctly hear. It actually sounds a lot like the kind of language that the bullywugs were croaking at each other back when you were fighting them. And you hear one voice louder than the rest, and there's like almost like a rhythmatic thing to it. Like he's like this voice is like almost like leading them, and almost like a chorus, I guess.
I'm gonna whisper to them and be like, guys, I really don't think we should go any further.
We'll be fine.
I trust Flick.
Why would you trust Flick?
Guy like me always sticks around the big strong types.
I can't argue with that logic.
You still reading?
I am, but you guys can proceed forward if you guys are gonna go
Okay.
forward. I need to do one thing real quick here though.
That scares me.
Stop. Cameraman, can you move over a little bit so we can see into that chamber?
Yeah, so I was just moving myself.
Right. So yeah, you definitely hear some of those bullywugs, and they're just croaking to each other in that language that you guys can't really recognize. But there's definitely more than one of them up ahead in this chamber here.
Whisper, whisper, whisper. Do you think these people might be trouble for the lizard men? You think there's a way for them to get up top side?
Probably. I mean, it sounds like that there's some sort of leading voice there, so maybe we can take out leader of the frog people.
Actually, can I check and see if I recognize like the cadence or the tone, if it matches any religious things that I would recognize?
That's a good question, actually. You know what? Do a religion check for me, please.
Nope.
You think that it sounds
like focus on the family.
it sounds it sounds like they're worshiping Mistra. Yeah,
Guys,
that's your professional opinion.
What are you listening for?
I think they're listening to Adventures in Odyssey.
So what are you guys gonna do?
Should we take them out, Flick? Should we just go charge right in and
maybe we should just see what they're up to first.
Yes.
Maybe we can not.
Let's see what they're up to, but the lamp would probably give us away, so one of you will have to guide me there.
I'll guide you.
Okay. All right, so I guess
yeah,
the
I mean
lamp.
if you guys are gonna go into the chamber, you can just go on up ahead at
What?
the speed that you yeah.
Oh, Fala, be black.
Excuse me?
You wait. Oh wait, maybe I don't know that. I can't remember if that happened after.
You see some.
That was retconned. Never mind.
You have seen me use the darkness spell before.
No, that was retconned out. Remember?
No, you saw me use it on the spiders. Do you not remember when the
yeah.
was
Okay,
attacked?
yeah. That's right. Sorry, that was my first session or second session or whatever.
I have no idea what you're trying to insinuate of telling the tiefling to go black. So.
Flick, you do notice up ahead. There is some light coming from this chamber.
How have you not fallen down the stairs in darkness?
Very careful. Well, so if you guys are guiding him, so you guys have turned off your lamp. There's light definitely coming from the chamber, and there are. You see 10 bullywugs. There's candles around them, and there's another bullywug wearing like a fucking crocodile head on his head as a hat. It's a funny little. Hold on, actually, I have a handout for you. I'm sure I want you to see this.
So that's where Crystal went to.
Oh dear.
I was gonna make that joke, but I would left it.
Oh no! All right. So I'm gonna show this to you guys. Here he is. He has his little funny little Pope hat. But yeah, he is. He's like leading these other bullywugs in a chant of some kind. But it's hard to really. Yeah, it's hard to say what what he's saying, right? Because you all don't understand the language. But if you look along the walls, there's like crude renderings of like frogs scratched into the walls and around niches, and they're like colored with chalk. And it's like it's kind of hard to see them all because you're looking at them through the flickering lights of the candles. And you also see like the candlelight flickering shows you some like larger carvings sitting on the floor. They're all like frog themed. Niches in the walls are filled with carvings of frogs, ranging from the size of a fist to the size of a pumpkin. And you might want to. Well, yeah, I'll leave it at that. So, that's that. They haven't seemed to have noticed you yet, but if you guys go into the room, I'm gonna need for you to make a stealth roll, unless you just want to waltz in.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, let's see. We're outnumbered at least 3 to 1.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure my lady's not going to help me out this time.
I mean,
I'll take a special look, or try to see if I can get a good look at the carvings on the wall or the signage on there. What do I get out of that?
Are you trying to determine what they are?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a religion roll, please. You think it's the prettiest drawings of Bahamut you've ever seen in your entire life. No, you can't make heads or tails of it. You're not sure what you're looking at.
Can I see it from where I'm standing?
Yeah, you can try to do the same. Give me another religion roll.
Can I try?
Oh,
no need.
So, Meowthy, you recognize the drawings and the carvings as designs taken from both Ganadar, which is the god of slimes, and Shar, the goddess of shadows. But none of the elements are used in like a canonical matter, right? It's like if worshippers of either god saw this, they'd probably see it as heresy. And let's see. And you also see indications of Ramanos being venerated there. And Ramanos is an ancient entity, now believed to be in a deep slumber. And as far as your religious knowledge goes, Ramanos was a god of one of the ancient creator races, if it was ever anything more than a legend.
Like Blind Isle, or?
So it sounds like these frogs are worshipping Forgotten Realms Cthulhu.
So what do you guys
I lean forward and just start whispering to them. I'm like, those are some heavy deities they're trying to invoke, but that's all wrong. That's not how you would do this.
So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to charge in there? Or do you want to like attack, or do you want to just disrupt them? What do you guys want to do?
How long have we been traveling down here?
Not long. Probably like a little bit over a half hour, I would say, right?
All right. Is the air still, or does it feel like there's movement?
They're all still. They're listening to this guy with the Pope hat lead them in probably some kind of prayer or something, and they haven't noticed anything yet.
Flick, do you think we have this?
I mean, if you guys want to like fight, I could open it up with charming them all, or try to charm them all.
I'm gonna use a divine sense on them. How evil do they feel or smell or whatever?
All right, so you have an overwhelming sense of evil from them. Like it, yeah, you definitely sense evil radiating off of them.
Oh, he's
Alright.
gonna rush in.
I'm
Can
gonna
I-
grip
can
my
I-
I'm gonna grip my teeth and be like, do the spell.
Can I actually do this? Because like this has got a range of like 120. Could I do that before the rolling for initiative kind of
Yeah,
thing?
I can hold my action until it's time.
Well,
like,
I mean,
I
yeah.
could-
So, yeah, that's an ambush, right? You can take an action, and then in response to something like that, everybody would roll initiative.
So I could technically cast this first.
Now, this is the first time you've used charm with me as DM, isn't it?
It's hypnotic pattern, so no, it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah, you
charm
use
all of them.
Okay. Well,
That's why-
that's a different kind of charm, though. Hypnotic patterns just makes them like go into like a dazed state, right?
Yeah, but that also acts as a wonderful crowd control, which then Flick could make you
Yeah,
swear
that's
nicely if it
different.
reaches-
Charming is different than that, right? But yeah, words are important.
I mean, it
No.
does technically count as charm. I'm pretty sure it's.
Yeah, it is a. They can be charmed by the spell, but they are not under the status effect of. Oh, okay. Anyway, it's fine. All right. Anyhow, so you want to try to use a hypnotic pattern on that whole area? It's a 30-foot cube, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you could get everybody in there.
I mean, that's if it works. I mean,
That is if it works.
yeah, I think we'll do that. I'll cast hypnotic pattern.
Okay. I want to. Okay, no, I'm gonna let you guys do this.
No, go ahead. Well,
He wants to say this is a bad idea, and it's probably going to get us killed.
I'm not saying that.
I think we'll be fine.
Yep. All right. So go ahead. You cast it, right? Can you subtract your the thing from your?
yeah, I was literally just waiting for you to like either confirm or deny.
Yep. You've done it, right? So let's see. This is concentration up to 1 minute, right? So I'm gonna need for you to draw out the box that contains all of these guys. And then while you're doing that, I'm gonna make the wisdom saving throws for everybody.
So roughly.
Hang on a second. We can't walk into that box.
That would be a bad idea. That would be a bad idea. It does not discriminate.
However, Meowth does have ranged spells.
I think you all have range capabilities. Well, does Flick have range capabilities?
Kind of.
So about
Okay.
that.
Well, you've already done it. So just draw me the thing. It's too late now.
That's what. No, I. Can you not see that?
Oh yeah, no, I see it. All right, sorry, I had it covered up with something while I was reading. All right. So I need to do some wisdom saving throws. Your spell save DC is 14, right?
Yeah. I think so. I can just double check that for you. Yeah.
Okay, and then
Let me guess, none of them got charmed.
no, it's fine. It's fine. All right. So let's see here.
By that giggle, I'm guessing either like one got charmed or none got charmed.
No, the irony is going to be the guy with this fancy hat got charmed and everybody else didn't.
Okay, hold on. See, he's charmed. He's charmed. He's charmed. He's charmed. He's charmed. All right. So here's what happens, right? So this crazy pattern, appears out of thin air in front of all of these bullywugs, and the chanting like immediately stops, right? There's like some confusion, and they basically start scattering. And now I need for myself to clear the turn order list. And now I need for everyone to roll initiative, please.
I may have accidentally just drawn a cube around myself because I've pressed the wrong thing.
You have pox.
That's your initiative right there.
Wow.
You have the pox.
Little box, square box, and
Can I take the square box?
your initiative is square box and parallelogram.
Can we throw in a hexagon as well?
Maybe.
Right, let me just sort this out on this side. Down there.
Okay, so Fleck and Meowthy were lying in wait, ready to strike as soon as this effect took place, right? And so Meowthy, it is your turn. You can do whatever you like to these poor, hapless little creatures.
I'm gonna hold my action until Flick damages someone.
Interesting. Okay, and okay.
Till Flick makes an attack on someone. I can't say damage till he makes an attack on someone.
Yeah. Hold on. So are you and you're not gonna move? You're gonna do. You're just gonna.
Oh crap! I gotta move. Yeah, I should move. Hang on.
Well, you don't have to, but you can.
No, I should.
I mean, you could hit one of the non-charmed days.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Is that a wall? Oh, that's a wall. Never mind. That's as far as I can go.
Oh, the wee dwarf.
I'm actually having a little trouble understanding something here. Let me
Mhm.
link this into the chat.
Okay.
This is my channel Divinity, and I've looked through both the PHP and Xanathars, and I can't tell if that is an action or if that's an at will or what that. Oh, that's an action. It says right on there. Awesome.
I was about to try to sound super smart and be like, well, based on my experience, I think it's an action, but no.
Now, here's my other question about that. There's nothing on there about how often I can do it. Could I take this? Like, all right,
hold on. Starting at second level, you
how
can use your
often-
channel divinity to mark another creature's life force for termination. As an action, you choose one creature you can see within 30 feet of you, cursing it until the end of your next turn. Next time you hits the cursed creature with an attack, and then the curse ends. Okay, so this is channel divinity, path to the grave.
Oh, I see it. Hang on. I see it. I get one per rest, and then at level 6 I'll get 2 per rest. It's on my
Your cleric thing.
the table.
Great, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Yeah, then I'm just gonna hold off on the rest of it until he damages or he attacks someone.
Okay.
And
All right, Flick, it is your turn.
All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can do a whole. I can do that.
Yeah.
What in the world? Is somebody drawing the ruler thing? Or
No, I whipped my dick out for a moment.
okay.
should have been a little bit
Just
shorter
checking.
than that.
All right, and then I'll just wait, I guess.
You don't have any ranged things you can do?
I have a dragon's breath, but I don't want to use the acid on the guys that are charmed right now.
Yep, totally get that. All right.
Wow, Flick was smart enough to not do that.
There's
He's
no
smart in a
metagaming
couple of
happening.
things. Combat is one of them.
Yeah, combat he would be intelligent enough for that, right?
Yeah. Why am I suddenly unable to? I think Chrome just fucked up. Oh wait, no, I got it. All right, so it is now Mr. Pope Hat turn. So Mr. Pope Hat is gonna try to get away from these crazy fun. Yeah. He's gonna try to get away from those crazy lights and colors and designs and patterns and shit. And He's like kind of waddling with his Pope hat, you know, swaying from side to side. And he gets out of that area. And let's see. So he looks around and he sees this giant dragonborn dude in full plate armor just like barreling towards the group, right? And he is going to
Still in the cult of the dragon robes too.
still in the cult of the dragon robes, yep. And he yells
Just
out
walked up.
he yells out something at you in his little crazy language he's got going on. And he's cast a spell. Need to draw a shape. Let's see. So this is going to be 5, 10, 15. No. Hold on. JK. Oh, God damn it. I can draw. Do you like my pretty drawing?
No.
No.
Not really.
Oh, okay. Feels bad, man.
It's okay. You tried your best, and that's all we can ever ask.
Aw.
All right. So let's see. So the ground in this area has like these crazy spikes and thorns and stuff just kind of coming up out of the rock itself. And let's see. It starts wrapping around Meowthy and Flick. And I need for you guys. Let's see. And by the way, anyone passing through this area, this is now going to be difficult terrain.
Just hug the wall enough, it'll be fine.
Both of you take some damage here. I need to. All right, so Flick. All right, Flick. It does get through your armor, and you get 5 piercing damage.
Okay.
And Meowthy, you take 3 piercing damage.
Cool.
Didn't Lafayette have a spell like?
Mm-hmm. So does Crystal.
So.
Yep. So, all right, I think that's gonna be his turn. Okay, now we have a whole bunch of these guys to deal with here.
The shit.
What's wrong?
It's being stupid. Hold on. There we go. All right. Carry
Oops, God damn it. Ah, God damn it. I need to stop.
That's exactly what I did.
on. All those.
All right. Let's see. So this guy's coming rushing out this way. And I don't think he can do anything. No, he can't do anything. All right, and then that guy is charmed. He's just kind of dazed and sitting there. This guy is going to come out over here, and Flick, he's going to take a swing at you and try to bite your hand. Let's see here.
Oh, nom nom.
Nom nom noms, and neither one pierces your super awesome fuck you armor. This bullywug here. Oops. Gonna rush over this way. And then he needs to, I think, take another wisdom saving throw because he's ended his turn in that area still. And shit, he is now charmed. Because you're still concentrating,
Yay.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm focusing hard.
All right. Those two are still charmed. This guy here is gonna come out over here and probably come up right here. And he's gonna try and bite and poke Flick with his spear. Neither of which is effective against Flick. That guy is charmed. This guy is gonna come over here. He needs to make another wisdom saving throw because he's still in the box. Still in the area of effect. This is still, blinding flashes of colors and stuff. He does manage to make your spell save, though, unfortunately, Mei. And that guy is also charmed over there. So, Ophala, it is now your turn.
I'm going to take just a few steps forward to here. And I think I'm going to draw my bow and aim for this guy here.
Okay, and not hit Meowthy in the back of the head with your arrow.
I mean, it's a possibility,
Oh,
but
Christ.
let's go with it, shall we? Let's pray.
Okay, all right. Whoa! It's
Holy
a critical hit.
Oh
all right.
my God!
Roll-
You've been saving up this entire time for this one attack.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
All right. Well, so let's see. It doesn't kill him, but you do hurt him pretty bad. It is a critical hit. It's just tell me how awesome you look right now. Tell me how awesome.
So
you look.
I draw my bow and then I pull it back and I glance at Meowthy and I'm like, "Devils help me!" And I shoot the bow and it hits the bullywug right between the eyes, but it doesn't seem to manage to go through into the brain.
Or no, even better. Like I think it actually does go into the brain, but he's still able to function. But he has a totally different personality now. Like he used to be
he's into knitting now.
Yes, he's into crochet. Yeah.
He's now called Philippe, and he doesn't want this fight anymore. And he's into knitting.
Yes, I love it. All right, are you gonna do anything else this turn?
No, because I don't want to cross that terrain.
Yeah. All right. Meowthy, it is your turn. You are starting your turn in this area, so you're not feeling too hot. By the way, also, just that you're going to get hurt every step you take through this terrain. By the way, so
and every move I make.
And every move
I was
you
thinking
make.
that.
Yeah.
I was like, should I sing it? But let's not go.
I'm glad we all know the Stalker song.
Yeah. Oh shit. So you take 8 damage, Meowthy.
All right, 8 damage. Then I'm going to take a big step back.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I'm gonna pat the dwarf on the head.
Not with your arrow, but
I mean, not this turn at least.
well, we're gonna wait for that critical fail.
Hang on, let me draw this up for you.
Okay. Oh,
Critical
the
fail,
spiritual
like
weapon, nice.
Critical fail and the
Right
biggest
there.
damage I could ever do.
Now, is that gonna hurt? Can spiritual weapon hurt Flick?
I actually choose who I attack.
Okay, great. So you do the area directly around it. And you can pick and choose.
Right, from that. And I could even, I didn't know this last time, moving that is a bonus action.
Interesting. So
Yeah,
you can
and
you can attack with it and then move it somewhere else.
as a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against the creature within 5 feet of it. I can attack twice with it.
Yeah, let's see. You can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of weapon. On a hit, the target takes force. Okay, as a bonus action on your turn, you can move up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against the creature within 5. Yeah, that's amazing. That's really cool. All right, and so is it taking the same form before with it was crows, right?
Flock of ravens.
Or flock of ravens.
Just coming down, and it's going to pick off that, the guy just drew a black square on.
Just poor Philippe, how could you? He had a chance to be a different person.
So that is going to be a hit. Why don't you roll damage for me?
Oh, now his new person is a corpse.
Yep. Oh yeah. So tell us what it looks like as the birds pick apart this poor little frog creature.
Eyes completely closed as I just wave my hands around, and they head straight up in the air, and as one drive down into the cavernous hole that was left by the arrow.
Nice.
And pop out
That's
of its
awesome.
body.
That's awesome. All right, and so who are you
And
going to attack
bonus-
with your bonus?
I'm gonna move it.
Okay.
And attack.
Okay. Go ahead, roll the attack, and then we'll see if it hits.
I have a question.
Sure.
It does not.
If they move through that terrain, do they also take damage?
Potentially.
Hmm.
Well, there's only one way to find out if they move through it.
Yeah.
All right,
Um,
and that ends my turn, by the way.
Okay. Flick, it is now your turn. You're still standing in that stiff, so I need to see how much you don't like that.
Yes.
Yeah, you take 7 piercing damage.
All right. Come on. All right. I'll move over here.
Mm-hmm.
The one in front of me, or the one to the south.
Mm-hmm.
Can I throw him into the pile of vines?
I like that.
That's awesome.
Let's see. You're a medium creature, and so is he. It'd have to be a strength contest. I'll allow it. You need to do an athletics check for me, please.
Athletics, then strength?
No, just athletics. This is strength based.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't work out for you. You try, but he actually managed to get out of your grasp.
He slipped through your
He
fingers.
did. He slipped through with
Damn
his
it.
slimy, lubed up arm.
So like the spiritual weapon doesn't give me combat advantage? No. Yeah, that didn't work. I have 2 attacks around, but I guess would that count as the whole action of the round or what?
I'm gonna be really nice and say that was a bonus action, so I'll let you go ahead and
A bonus action, so I still
Yeah.
get my 2 attacks?
you do.
All right, and after not throwing them, I'm just gonna smack them with the hammer.
Okay, go ahead.
Come on. Come on. There we
That
go.
definitely is a hit. Why don't you and then do the attack again if you're gonna hit him again.
That probably doesn't hit.
Yeah, that second one didn't hit, but you did hit him like really hard. You like smashed his face in. You have successfully reconfigured his face.
Oh, good.
So, yep. All right, now we have Mr. Pope Hat again, my favorite. He's like
Do you know-
garbling something at you.
Can I just say, like, when it's small like this, like when you can't see the token at like a close up, it looks like a tuna head.
A tuna head. Yeah, I guess it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
He's below tuna head.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be a tuna head now.
Let's see here. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. All right, hold on. So he looks at how you've hurt that bullywug to the south of you, Flick, and he has like a kind of angry look on his face. He goes, "Whoa!" And
Can we have that again, please?
And yes, you're welcome. You're very welcome. And he casts a spell, and he manages to. You see the flesh on this bullywug's face kind of like go back to the way it was before.
Ranged heal. Okay.
Yeah. So that is, I think he's also going to move up here, and that's going to be the end of his turn. So this bullywug to the west of you, Flick, is like kind of horrified at what you've done to his friend, and he's going to try to bite you and poke you, as they are wont to do, but neither one of those connects. See, he is charmed. The one south of you lashes back out at you now that he, his eyes are back in his socket.
Was it kind of dangling for a second, and then the healer went all the way back up?
It was, yeah. The bite is actually a critical hit on you, Flick. And it does, the bite does 5 bludgeoning damage on you. And the spear, as he bites you, I guess he like distracted you, right? And he finds a weak spot in your armor, he jams his spear into your side, and you take another 3 piercing damage for a total of 8 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that was quite the comeback. Let's see. He's charmed. He's charmed. He's charmed. He's charmed. Okay. Hold on. Let me clear these out. All right. He's starting his turn there, so he needs to make a wisdom save. And he fails really bad. Really, really bad. He critically failed. I think his brain melted. He's definitely
Nice.
He's like just sitting there in a stupor. And he's charmed. All right, Ophala, it is your turn.
I think I'm gonna make one step forward here, just on the edge of this, just so that our wonderful dwarven friend is not in the way.
Yep.
And I'm going to aim for this guy who really hurt Flick.
Okay.
With
Yep.
my
Go
bow.
for it. That does not connect, unfortunately.
At least it didn't hit Flick. That's the good part of that.
Yeah.
Flick doesn't
There's
have
still
an
time.
arrow.
There's still time, my friend.
He doesn't have an arrow sticking out of his ass.
Not yet.
The day is still young.
And with that, I'll end my turn because I really don't want to move through the vines. The vines are kind of helping me at the same time.
Yeah, right. It's interesting. It's like divided the battlefield, right? And it's put a buffer there, which is interesting.
I think it's all just chaos. I mean, one side there's a big, big charming item. On the other side, there's the vines. It's just not fun.
Yep.
Just chaos.
It is chaos. All right. So, Meowthy, it is your turn.
All right. Which is the one that Flick hit? It was this one here, right?
It was this one here.
Oh, okay. Well, that one I'm going to Toll the Dead on.
Okay. Let's see. Do. Oh my. Oh yeah.
Oh, hang on. That's the wrong roll, too.
Okay. So yeah, you do 11 damage to it. And you kill it. So why don't you tell us how this looks?
As I keep my hand raised, guiding the ravens I'm about to use as a bonus action, I crack open one eye, glare at it, and just whisper, and these knelling bells start ringing around in its head and drive it slowly mad.
Nice. Very nice. All right. Let's see. Flick, I believe it is your turn. Oh wait, no, sorry. You still have to do your bonus action. Yep. Yep, that's a hit. Roll damage. Okay. You managed to scrape it up pretty good. But he is definitely still standing on his own 2 feet. So, now, I think, Flick, unless you're going to move me out the...
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna go swat at him. It's D20.
Yep, that's a
I
hit.
scented something.
You smash his skull in and brains ooze down onto the floor.
Okay. And then, let's see. 5, 10, 50. So if I move about here, I can smack Captain Gatorhead.
Captain Tuna.
Yes. All right.
Okay. And what I'm gonna do is, there's still a chunk of brain there, so let's see if I add it to his Captain Gatorhead. Is that
Let's see here. That does not hit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind then.
Yep. Okay. That's the end of your turn, right? So yeah.
Yeah, I guess I just kind of just flick brain matter at him.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sure.
This field that he created, right? Is that concentration?
It is.
Then I was just wondering, wouldn't that heal have broken the concentration of the?
Nope. You can hold concentration on a spell, and then you can cast another spell as long as that other spell does not also require concentration.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
I did not know that. I might be able to use a spell or two then.
Do some spell weaving.
Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, this Mr. Pope Hat here is still going looking all angry at you, Flick. And
I'll look at him like I understand what he's saying, like
let's see here. He is going to just like his little underlings there, he's gonna bite you and try to spear you with a twist.
With a twist?
With a twist.
Lemon or lime?
Lemon, yeah. But fortunately, neither attack connects. So, that's that. I don't think he's gonna
just skip them all. Oh,
yeah, they're all. Yeah, the rest of them are all charmed. So now it is Ophala's turn.
I'm just checking the range of the bow. Apparently, it can hit to 80, so that should. Although he's probably. I'll probably hit Flick. I think I'll just leave my turn for this round because I can't move and I don't want to break the charm. So, and I don't want to hit Flick with my bow. So I think I'll just leave my turn.
Okay. All right. Do you want to like maybe hold an action? Like if something happens, do this?
Yeah, I'll do that. If I'll hold an action.
But it has to be like a specific trigger. So like if this happens, then do something. So what's the if this happens part?
If one of them like breaks, I'll switch spell to something like Hideous Laughter or something if I can do that.
Yeah. Once it triggers, you can take a normal action as a reaction. So okay. Let's see. Meowth, it is your turn.
All right. First off, I'm going to bless all my compatriots here. So you all get to add a D4 to your attack rolls.
Adding a D4?
It burns.
Okay.
Sorry about that. It's worth it for me.
Yes, I'm just slightly burning from that.
And I'm going to move my spiritual weapon.
Oop. Didn't mean to do that. Don't pay attention to that. Sorry.
Okay.
That'd be against Tuna Head there.
Yeah, so you do in fact hit Tuna Head. Why don't you roll your damage? Okay.
Poor Tuna. He did not deserve this.
All right, it's the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Flick.
Okay, I'm gonna try and smash him.
All right. Does not connect. Nope.
All right.
You can add a D4 to it.
I thought that was to the damage.
Yeah, I think
to
it's
attack rolls.
Oh, is it?
All right.
Yeah.
Then it would be 16.
That does hit. Yep. So go ahead, roll damage. 7. All right. You
dead yet?
are mildly irritating him.
What? All right, fine.
All
Fine.
right, that hits. Roll damage.
Awesome.
No. That wasn't the damage. That was the bonus D4.
Yeah.
All right.
That would have been great if that had been the damage, just 1.
Okay, and then since he's going to be a little punk about that, 6 points of damage. I'm going to use one of my spell slots, my level 2 of Branding Smite.
Okay.
And that basically is just a bonus action of where I add 2d6 to my damage.
Okay.
It's just a quick bonus action, so
If only you had. Oh, so you saying you did that before you did the attacks?
it's the bonus action. I have to do that after an attack.
Well,
It's basically I'm
not
adding an
sure.
extra oomph to my attack.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's true. I'm pretty sure you can do a bonus action before an action. You can do them
Oh,
in any
well.
order you want. You can also like break up your move in your turn. And
Yeah,
but anyway,
okay.
so
All right, well, that did a whole extra 4 points of damage.
sure did.
Oh, that sucked balls. Oh, all right.
All right, yeah, he is still alive and kicking. He
All
absolutely.
right, and then I'll move this way to give, if there is an arrow coming my way, it would. I'm no longer in the way.
Don't be alarmed, it could still hit you.
I know.
All right, let me see here. There is something. Hold on.
You hear it try, and then suddenly you have like go, ow, my ass!
See. Okay. All right, so it is now our friend's turn here. And he's gonna bite and jab at thee.
And the question is, does he bite you with the tuna, or does he bite you with his own mouth?
His own mouth, yes. Not with his Pope hat. And oof. Okay, hold on. We need to roll some extra poison damage here. Okay, so Flick. So the spear does it like kind of deflects off of your armor, right? He like kind of jabs it in the side and it just like kind of bounces off, right? But the bite like manages to fucking get like your face. He bites you in the face and like this venom just like gets down under your skin. You take 6 piercing damage and 11 poison damage.
God damn.
Yeah.
Just like dead.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not feeling so good, are you, Flick?
Nope.
All right. Let's see here. He's not gonna move. He's afraid you're gonna bash his brains in. So, all right. The bullywugs are all still charmed. Ophala, it is your turn.
Well, I'll take a shot at Mr. Tuna here.
Okay.
With my bow, and I can add a like 1d4 to that. Well, can't I?
You sure can. Wow, you didn't need it.
No.
Go ahead, roll damage. Okay. All right, so you get his arm, and it does not feel good. Probably hurts him quite a bit. Is that going to be the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's going to be the end of my turn. Like I said, until this thing dissipates, I'm not moving.
Okay. All right, Meowthy, your turn.
All right, I whisper, "Fucking help us!" and heal Flick for 9.
Great.
That was a bonus action, so I can't do anything. So I am going to use my Channel of Divinity, and just yell, "Flick, hit him hard!" And next time you hit him, your attack or your damage is doubled.
Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
So you just need to hit him. No pressure.
The creature has vulnerability to all that attack. Wait, so the next time you hit, or an ally of yours hits, the cursed creature with an attack, the creature has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage. Okay, I gotcha. Wait, so vulnerability means double?
Vulnerability means double.
Okay.
Resistance is half. Vulnerability is double.
Alright. Okay, go ahead.
That ends my turn as well.
Alright, Flick.
Okay. I want to.
Oof. Oof.
What?
Yeah, no, that hits.
Okay. And I was gonna use Divine Smite, where I expend a spell slot to add to the damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's an extra. It'll be an extra 3d8. Wait. Yes.
Holy shit.
Seriously?
This guy's just going to explode.
Yes.
With the vulnerability thing, it's just going to explode.
Because you're still also holding concentration on Branding Smite too, right?
That was just the one time. That was a one and done.
It says the duration is concentration for 1 minute.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right, then yeah. So I'm gonna make this fucker explode.
So
Right,
it's
so-
3d8 plus 2d6 on top of the normal damage already. And that's just one attack.
Yeah. So not 13, 3. All right, and here's Divine Smite. And then that was what, 2d6? Yeah. All right.
All right, let me tally this up.
66.
Yep. He's dead. why don't you describe what
Holy
this looks
shit.
like?
So as soon as you say that, you see Flick quickly whirl his warhammer up, and you see the branding strike kind of become even more brighter off of like a holy symbol of Bahamut on his warhammer, with the rest of the hammer glowing brightly, and then he quickly smashes down onto the onto the Pope hat, and then it goes like completely through, sizzling and cracking, and a flash of holy light through Gator Pope. And then I'll look back at Meowthy, and it's like, okay, I hit him really hard. Now what?
I didn't think that
Yeah.
far ahead.
Yeah, like I don't think that Mr. Pope Hat even had any time to like react. Like he was dead like probably the moment the hammer like connected with his face. Just like sheer force just like kind of liquefied everything in his body.
So you could say the light flashed before his eyes, literally.
Quite literally, yeah.
I think
And
we
then-
found a fastball special.
That means the vines are also gone. Yay!
Yeah. Well, yeah. So yeah, these are gone, right? Now, you guys are technically still in combat, right? You have here. You have all these charmed bullywugs, and the charm isn't going to last forever. So, what are you guys gonna do about this?
I think we should break it and try bring them out one at a time.
Actually, I could just. Would it be a coup de grace?
Because they're completely dazed. Can't he just use the spirit weapon or whatever? Just go over and
Yeah, I can-
clunk, clunk, clunk.
Should be able to fly to each one and kill it, right?
Yeah.
As he contemplates, it's like, do I want this encounter to keep going, or?
Yeah. No, I do, because we're already. I think. Which turn is this? Is this turn 5 or 6? I think this is turn 6. There's how long does the charm last, May?
I think it lasts a minute.
Yeah, so you have 4 turns left before they're uncharmed.
So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So there'll be 3 left.
Assuming you kill them on the first strike.
Actually, it's a bonus action. All right. Well, it's not my turn yet, so.
Right. Yeah. It was Flick's turn. Flick is done. I need to remove this guy. He's dead. And this guy, and wait, where's this other one? There we go.
Oh, I got it.
All right, it is Ophala's turn.
That guy who's like right at the back there. This guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna shoot him with the bow.
Okay, go ahead. Wait.
Well,
This guy back here?
yeah.
He's gonna have full cover because he's blocked by the other people in front of him.
Oh, okay.
So I mean,
he
you
doesn't
can full cut. Well, actually no, because it's not like he's behind a wall or anything. I'm gonna give him like probably 3/4 cover, which means he has like +5 to his AC. It's gonna be really hard to hit him. You could hit one of the ones closer to you probably without any issue.
I mean, I don't think I'm gonna hit anyway.
I don't think he's gonna hit anybody.
Oh yeah, no, I just saw the roll. Yeah, no, yeah, you almost poke out your own eye with your own arrow as it like flings back. Are you gonna do anything else this turn, Ophala?
No, I'll stay where I am. I did contemplate getting a little bit closer, but I don't want to risk it.
Okay.
I'm most comfortable at the back on this.
All right. So I'm thinking we can probably finish this next time. It is 6 o'clock. What do you guys think?
Okay.
That's fun.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So we're gonna end the session here. Why don't we say goodbye and tell everybody where they can find you? We'll start with you, Maymay.
Goodbye, everyone, and you can find me both on Twitch and Twitter under the same username as Messiah, so that's where you can find me.
All right. And Azuba.
You can find my Twitch, which doesn't stream anything, at Goku X Yellow Swag. And that's it. I might be streaming some stuff later on. I like showing off the new Fist of the North Star game. It's stupid. Like, good stupid.
Nice. Cool. All right. And Fusion.
Y'all have a great night, and you can always catch me on Twitch at TotalFusion1 whenever I decide to actually hook it back up again.
Nice. All right. And I am Daganmar, your DM, and you can find me right here. Derp. I'm starting to think relics of the Lewd don't like the frog people very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We record live on twitch.tv/Daganmar on Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time or 1 p.m. Eastern Time on the last Sunday of every month for a long session. Link is in the description. What consequences will the party have for interrupting the religious services? And what else will they find in these deep, dark caverns? We'll see you in the next episode.